Hey guys, it's Jen, and today I want to talk to you about frequently asked questions that I get. So I do a lot of speaking around the country, and I always have some time afterwards for Q&A. And even though I could be in Tampa on Monday and Kansas City on Wednesday and San Francisco on Friday, it seems like I get asked the same questions everywhere I go. And so I decided I'd make some quick videos just to answer some of the most popular questions. So today's question is, do you ever get hate mail? Girl, I write a blog and books called People I Want to Punch in the Throat. Of course I get hate mail. But, I don't get as much as you think I would get. I really, I talk to other authors and people will fight with you about anything. They really will. And they actually get really random hate mail. At least I feel like my hate mail is focused and organized. Probably the most common thing I hear is about my language because I use the F-bomb like a comma. So I'm always like, how the fuck are you? And people clutch their pearls and cry and send me notes and say things like, but you're a mother. How could you talk like that? I always wondered, do you think Stephen King gets emails like that? He's a dad. He uses fuck like a comma in his books. So I don't know. I just think it's really interesting that everyone thinks that because I'm a mother, because I have pushed human beings out of my bikini area, that I must have some sort of, I don't know, like a higher standard that I'm supposed to be held to because of my femininity, but I think that's bullshit. So I will continue to cuss. That's just how it goes. And yes, I will also be a mother. Believe it or not, I can be a good mother and still swear. It's doable, I promise you. The first time I ever got hate mail, though, was in 2011 when it went viral on my blog, People I Want to Punch in the Throat. I wrote about overachieving mothers and their elf on the shelf. And it was, the first week of Christmas, first week of December, and I was struggling just to remember to move the damn thing from one shelf to another. And I went viral because I just said, you know what, I'm tired of this. Like, I'm tired of this bar that everyone puts out there and thinks that mothers are supposed to be doing these things, that we're supposed to make everything magical and amazing and homemade and from scratch and organic and whatever the new thing is this week, that we're all supposed to be doing that shit. While also, like, making sure that we have, abs of steel and hair that looks like, I don't know, a mermaid's hair, and just flawless skin, no wrinkles, just all. Oh, and we love our husbands like nobody's business. So it's like, it's all these things. And I just had enough. And so I wrote about it. And, 99% of the people who responded were like, oh my God, yes, 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 yes. But there was 1% that were really kind of scary. They threatened to steal my children. They wanted to steal my children and raise them in a home where they would be served kale and by elves probably. And they were like telling me that I was a terrible mother and I shouldn't be allowed to have children. And so that's when I changed my kids' names. I changed their names to Gomer and Adolpha. And I did that because I have this crazy book. I've had this book, I don't know, since I think I was 13 or so. 20,001 Names for Babies. This is where I get all my weird names from when I write blog posts and books. I flip through here and I find really random names like, Barnabas. There will surely be a Barnabas at some point in the near future in one of my stuff. So I flipped through there, and Gomer and Adolpha were the names I came across, and those were the names I chose. They really have no meaning other than I just chose them because they were weird and random and nobody would figure out their real names. It's not like my daughter's name is Stacy, but I call her Casey. So, I didn't want to do that. So I picked really awful, obscure names, and I hope that maybe if the names were ugly enough, people wouldn't want to steal them. Now they're like 11 and 13 and they smell really bad. So I don't think anybody would try to steal them now, but I still like to keep them private. Another time that I got hate mail is, probably the most hate mail I've ever received again was about dogs. I wrote a blog post about dogs because I had a friend who had lost her baby. Her baby had passed away. And at her funeral, a person said to her, I know how you feel because my dog died. No. You don't know how that feels. I don't even know how it feels. I don't know how it feels to lose a baby, but I can tell you that I don't think that's the same. Not at all. And I think that you can love your dog a lot, and I think it can be really heartbreaking when your dog is gone, but it is not the same as a child, as a human child. So I wrote about that, and it was also around the same time that I started noticing people pushing their dogs in strollers and wearing them in like baby Bjorns and putting them in clothes and like little rain boots and, just random stuff that I was like, really? Like there are kids that like need a home and people are crazy about their dogs. And so it kind of really bothered me and I wrote about it. And I will say I have heard you dog people. I hear you. I understand that you have a very close bond with your dog, and I get it, and I hear you. And I appreciate the people who reached out to me kindly and tried to educate me about dogs. I'm not a dog owner, and so I admit I don't understand that bond as well as a dog owner does. But to you crazy motherfuckers who also reached out to me, you people are fucking nuts. So I got emails from people telling me that my dog got hit by a car. I hope your kid gets hit by a car. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you wish that on somebody? All I said was I think it's weird that you put rain boots on your dog. And so, so those people are really fucking terrifying. They're really scary, scary people. And I continue to get hate mail from them. They're the ones who, they don't give up. They continue to write to me and continue to let me know how awful I am. And if you ever go on Amazon and take a look at like this book and look at the reviews on this book, there are several that are like, she hates dogs, don't buy this book, which I think is really funny because I don't hate dogs, not at all. And if if that's how you choose what books to buy, you're kind of an asshole. But anyways, I digress. So that's it. So those are my most, I think those are the most vitriolic hate mail that I have received. I do always get the occasional, you suck, which is always nice to get because, at least they're thinking of me, right? So that's it. Next week we'll talk about something else, but thanks for joining me. And don't forget this book is actually on sale today on Amazon. It's on a really good sale for summer. This is my latest one though, Working with People I Want to Punch in the Throat, and you might want to get that one. If you want to read about the elf on the shelf, I don't have that one here with me, but that one's called Spending the Holidays with People I Want to Punch in the Throat. So that's it. Thanks so much, you guys. See you next time. Bye.